Fusion 7 Healing. So now we're going to move on onto decoding the 7 main secrets of it. Okay, so here we go. Number 1, the first thing that we need to do, positivity. Yes, absolutely, spot on with that one. We need to be positive. If you're negative, you can't be prosperous. It's just about impossible, isn't it? You know, absolutely, do those counts, absolutely. So desire is point 1. Okay, it is the point 1. Where is your desire coming from? It links up to what we just said earlier. So we need to understand our desire, we need to know where our desire is coming from, and we need to align that desire with the desired outcome. Yeah, because sometimes we have a desire but it's not in alignment with the outcome, and so if that's the case, then you're off. You're not going to be able to materialize your prosperity. Okay, so the next one is direction. So that kind of links up to desire. This is point 2, direction. Am I in the right direction? Am I following the right direction? So you may have this desire, okay, you may say, okay, well, I want to do such and such. Let's choose an extreme example. Well, not extreme, but a typical example, okay? I want to be, I don't know, famous, a pop star, a rock star, yeah? So is this the right direction for you? So you may want it, okay, because of, you know, the glitz and the glamour and what have you, but is that in alignment with what your soul really came here to do in this time, in this place? So if you don't have the correct direction, True Tribe, then you cannot create your prosperity. You cannot manifest it. Or you can, that's right, absolutely, spot on, my darling. Yeah, your calling, you've got to follow your calling. So it's about disclosure of that calling, okay? And disclosure is one of our points as well. So yes, we have direction and we have desire. Once we have that, we need to make a decision. So are you crapping yourself about making a decision in terms of prosperity? Some people are afraid of it, you know. Some people are afraid to step into their power, yeah. So if we have these underlying issues of fear to step into your power, then it will be very hard to be able to make that right decision or to take that decision. And so you need to look at your underlying issues that may be preventing you from taking that decision, and then you will be able to step into direction. Yeah, direction. So we have decision, direction, and desire. Those are our first 3 that we need to get right, and we need to ask the right questions about. Be honest with yourself, guys. In this room, this is the Truth Tribe. So face your truths, and that would be the right way to create anything in your life, including prosperity. Okay? So our next one is discernment. Discernment. So I need to have the right discernment in order to be able to manifest or materialize prosperity in our lives. Because a lot of times we take risks, and we do need to take risks. But to go with that, we need to have the right discernment. So to have the right discernment, okay, you might want to develop your intuition. Look back in the archives on catch.me, so you can look at the intuition processes that we have there, but also do your research and your reading, you know, read some statistics, find out, you know, if this is really the correct thing for me to do. Do I have the right discernment about this particular decision? Okay, now the next one that we need to have is discipline. Okay, so discipline can usually be, it can be our demise, okay? Some of us have excessive discipline, and this can also be detrimental, okay? Yeah, I know, right? But if it's in alignment with that passion that you mentioned earlier on, with your soul calling that you mentioned earlier on, very wisely, well then, it's, the part that's to do with discipline, it becomes much softer, it becomes more joyful, so it doesn't seem so rigid, it doesn't feel so harsh, it doesn't seem so regimental, yeah, but it is required, okay? So we need to have this discipline towards our soul calling, as you wisely mentioned earlier on, and that will help us to be able to materialize the prosperity that we wish to have in our lives. It's really quite simple. I have an addictive mind, so I find discipline yuck. Okay, I totally understand that. So then this is where you need to backtrack. Darren, thank you for joining. Welcome to our Prosperity Friday. So you would need to backtrack, and you would need to liberate and free yourself from those addictions, so that discipline then becomes much easier and comes into a state of flow. Okay, so if you would like to contact me privately about that, you can do so, or you can just do a bunch of reading about that and find out how you can eradicate and free yourself through esoteric and metaphysical processes, no drugs, no doctors, no psychotherapy, so that you can free yourself from your addiction, so that you can be in alignment with your discipline, so that you can materialize your prosperity. Does that answer that question for you? Okay, so one that's very close to discipline, okay, is devotion. So devotion, again, comes quite naturally, okay? When you're feeling it, when you're feeling that devotion, I need to hire you, Doc, I'm in recovery. Yes, absolutely. Okay, my darling. So you can PM me either on Twitter or on my author page, on Facebook, or fusion7healing@gmail.com. fusion7healing@gmail.com. You're in recovery, fantastic, which means that you are actually already on the right track. You're on the right track, okay? So you need to believe in that. Fantastic. So discipline, devotion, we said. The devotion comes naturally when it's coming from a place of passion. So if your passion is ignited, then devotion is quite organically and naturally going to be the result of that, okay? Have you noticed that everything that we're saying are D's? Desire, decision, direction, discernment, discipline, devotion, yeah? And so the next one up on the list, guys, is dedication. You've got to dedicate yourself to it, you know? Bring it into the center of your life. Whatever it is that is sacred to you, bring it to the focal core and center of your life. If you do this, if you bring it to the center of your focus and attention, okay, which is dedication, then you will much more easily be able to materialize prosperity into your life. It's that simple. Bring it into the focus of your life, into the center of your life, and dedicate yourself to that central focal point. That, my truth retrieving friends, is the main core secret there of being able to materialize prosperity in your life. And we do have just one extra D thrown in there for you, and that is diligence, okay? The last D is diligence. It's an 8th one. Throw in a little extra one there, okay? So diligence means you keep hacking away at it. You keep going. On the diplomas that I give my students when they come to retreats and when they come to classes, the diploma actually says, do the work until the work becomes you, and then the work becomes effortless. Do the work until the work becomes you, and then the work becomes effortless. And that, my friends, is what diligence is all about. Okay, Truth Tribe, you got it? Yeah? So I'll just run them by you one more time, and if you've just joined the room, please catch it on replay. It's really important stuff. Hi Eleanor, we're coming towards the end, my darling. We're talking about the D's of prosperity, okay, and how to decode them. So here they are. They are diligence, dedication, devotion, discipline. Exactly. Good for you, my darling. Discipline, discernment, direction, decision, and desire. Put these at the center of your attention, and there is no way that you cannot materialize prosperity in your life. That's exactly what I have learned, one day at a time. That's it, my darling. Spot on. Rome was not built in a day.